Today we're going to be working on the 2020 KTM 390 Adventure. A couple things that I'm not liking about this bike right now. I really don't like the way this back brake feels. It just feels like it's not grabbing enough. Obviously, I get it's a pretty small brake. So you can see here, this one, the fluid's quite clean, whereas the one down here, it's pretty dirty. So I'm gonna go ahead and just do the back one for now. So suck the fluid out of here, and I'll just pump new fluid through, and hopefully that works. And then also coming over here to this side of the bike, the chain is way out of whack. The thing we're gonna do is go ahead and remove this nut. So 7mm nut, that'll remove this retainer, and then we can get the cap off. So crack that off of there, undo it. Now I can pop this off. You wanna make sure you wash your bike before this so that you don't get any dirt in here. So there's the cap. Then we'll pull off this. Oh. Well, that'd explain a lot. You see that? There's crystals in there. So that means there was some water in here at some point. And that would definitely lead to some bad stuff. So last time I saw something with crystals in it, it was actually a buddy's Ferrari. So hopefully this isn't as bad to get these crystals out of the system. But hopefully that means there's a bit of a blockage, and that's why it's not performing the way I want it to. Okay, so we got our base cell bucket here. And I'm gonna go ahead and use this syringe, which I've cleaned off. I'm just gonna suck some of this fluid out. Just like that. Go put it in here. Do that nicely. So that's all the way empty now. As you can see, it's all the way empty. There's a little bit of dirt in there, so I better just pull all that fluid out. When I'm doing this, I want to make sure I don't hit the pedal, because when this doesn't have fluid in there, if I hit the pedal, then we're going to have air in the system. And even though I am going to bleed it, I prefer to not have to worry about bubble. I'll get a rag and I'll wipe that out. Okay, make sure this rag is clean. Don't want to add any contaminants into here. Yeah, but look at that. You can see the bit of sludge on there. So to go ahead and bleed these, we're going to have a second person pumping the brake. They're going to hold that all the way down, and then I'm going to go ahead and crack the bleeder screw, which you'll see in a few moments. So now he's going to pump it up again, then hold it at the bottom. I crack the bleeder, and the pedal will travel all the way down. And then we're going to go ahead and close it again so we can pump it up. Here you can see, pumps it, open the bleeder, pedal goes down, close the bleeder, pull the pedal up, and pump it again. Just keep repeating that until you pump the fluid through. Make sure you don't run out of fluid in the reservoir, and you should be good to go.
Aaron asked me on Friday.
Alright, so went ahead and finished it up. Got the whole back system bled, and then put the little keeper back on there. Definitely think it is working a little bit better, but we'll see when I drive it tomorrow. And then up front, I went ahead and popped this cap off as well. There were no crystals in there, so I'm going to leave that one for now, as I am happy with how the front brake is operating. And then I did also adjust the chain. If you want to see a video of that, I'll have a short link down below of how I do that. So bike should be all good to go for another couple thousand kilometers. 1997 Dt100, bike back in 2018 when I was just 11 years old. Things served me good. Fortunately, about 2 years ago, after riding it for 5 years straight, finally decided to die. I've done on this, got new tires, got a new carburetor, new air filter. Pretty much everything else is stock. But I rode this for a long time. It was a great learner bike. From that up to stuff like this 450. As fun as these are to power wheelie in third gear, I kind of miss riding this one, and it doesn't run right now. So I already went ahead and washed it a little bit as it was still muddy. Not really sure why I put it away muddy. But I went ahead, popped the spark plug boot off here, and I checked with the spark plug checker if there was spark here. There is. I'm gonna grab a wrench, pull out the actual spark plug, and see if there's spark on the end of that. Oh, and can I also mention, my brother's the one who broke this. Let's undo the spark plug. And that looks super wet. Definitely fuel, but you can tell it's 2 years old. So the confusing thing about this is that I was able to ride it from here about 500 meters down the yard, and it ran fine. And then it just goes brrrr. It's not like an electrical kill. It just sort of peters out. and it won't start again. Got that propped up, and now let's kick it over and see if it has any spark. It doesn't have spark, which is really weird because I feel like I would have checked that 2 years ago. Well, let's get a new spark plug. Went into my stock and found a similar spark plug. It's not the exact right one, but it will still fit. Clean off this surface and screw that back in. I'm not even gonna tighten it. I'm just gonna stick it on there. Let's flatten out the tank. Whoop, just like that. And okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn the key on. Flip this out and oh. That's ridiculous. It's even idling. That wasn't a very entertaining video, but I want to go ahead and do at least maybe a kilometer or two on this to go check it. So I'm going to do that. See you in about half a second. Okay, well, that wasn't a very long video because it was literally a spark plug. So, yep.